Feyen.
Funny. Been pronouncing the name of my character wrong this whole time. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are working on the concept art of one of my characters, and not only the concept art but actually character sheet that I will be utilizing for my comic. All this good stuff that I teased back in January. Today I will be sharing a bit more about that process. You're going to meet one of my characters, which I'm really excited to talk about. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it, shall we? By the way, I really like this. If you're unfamiliar with the term character sheet, it's basically a collection of detailed drawings that help define a character's look and personality. So what you see me already working on here is basically a character sheet for a character of my comic, where I included a close-up of the face, a full body rotation, some call-outs of key storytelling elements. Now, in comics, character sheets are essential for consistency. They ensure a character looks the same across different panels and scenes. And for real concept art in a professional setting, you would usually start with ideation. So you would brainstorm different looks and silhouettes. Then you would narrow down from all of those ideas one of the designs and refine it, experiment with different color palettes, and then choose one to render fully. Since this is my personal project, my approach is a bit different. My characters have been with me for a very long time, more than 20 years. And because of that, the designs of those characters already are well established in my mind. So now let's meet the character. So I'm very pleased to introduce to you Feyen. As I established before, I've been saying his name wrong. In my mother tongue, we would just read the name as you would write it. So I used to call him, and to be honest, I still call him Feyen. So Feyen has been in my story for a very long time, and his personality and backstory and even his visual design have remained mostly consistent over the years. When I first started creating the story and the characters within it, I used to give them the problems I was facing in real life, and I use those characters as a way to work through these life challenges. Then over time, those personal reflections evolved into a full-fledged story. So now it's basically a world full of lore and family trees and history, and it's just sort of evolved on its own. I have a huge cast of characters, actually, all with distinct personalities and stories, but as I mentioned, today we will start with Feyen because he plays a central role in the second chapter of my comic, and I'm currently working on the second chapter, so it's a win-win situation. So who is Feyen? Well, there is not much I can tell you about him without revealing a bit too much of the story and spoil things, so here are the things that I can say for sure about him. He's the second oldest of the group, he's the second tallest in the group, and he's also a descendant of the last king of this kingdom, which makes him a key figure in the story. I wanted his design to reflect this noble heritage, and his posture and clothing, as well as the expression, should all exude a sense of dignity and diplomacy. This character conceals his true emotions, and this faint smile that you see on his face is a very practiced smile. This is basically a smile he uses to navigate the complex world of court politics. Entire first book is centered around his name day, and throughout the story we'll witness his transformation and growth as he faces different challenges that are ahead. So, as I mentioned, this is just the beginning of my character illustration series. I have so much more planned, and I can't wait to share the rest of the cast of the story with you. Hi guys! So I'm going to now wrap up this video. As you saw, this is quite a lot of work and I have plenty of things still to finish. You heard more about the backstory of how he came to be, And I've just been working on this piece slowly, day by day, as I found like little tidbits of time to actually dedicate to this piece. As I mentioned, in my personal life there's just been a lot going on and I had to take things very slowly. This is just the concept art, so for the illustration, for the portfolio, there actually needs to be another character that I need to develop before we can actually tap into creating the very first illustration, with a lot of characters, and there is just a lot of work that comes with it. I've so far developed only one of the outfits of this character. We're actually going to have multiple coming up in the story. As I mentioned, the whole first book is actually revolving around the name day of this character in preparation for a big celebration for his name day. So he's going to have an outfit for formal wear, he's going to have an outfit for training, for more casual days. So I have a bunch of these things planned. I just need to find the time to slowly start developing them. And of course, next to developing them, there is actually the process of polishing each and every piece to be able to include it in the concept art. And yeah, I have a lot of work to do, but that also means you have a lot to look forward to. So it's a win-win scenario, no? Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.